everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and today we are going to be talking about my anticipated books for 2024. So this is a list of all the books I have currently pre-ordered. This may change. I may add books to this list, but currently, as we're sat here in January, I thought, why not film it? I've got them up on my phone. We're not going to go into the backstory of all of these books. We'll be here forever. But what I will do is I will go through as to why I've pre-ordered these books, whether it's because it's an author that I auto-buy, whether it's a cover buy, whether it's a hype buy. I will tell you, but the ins and outs of it, this is not that video for you, so carry on watching if that is something that you are interested in. So let's start off then. Obviously January, we have got The Atlas Complex, which is the third and final book, which I did have next to me. Oh, it's here. There you go, you can see them here. The Atlas Complex by Olivia Blake. This is the third and I believe the final book in the Atlas 6 trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy, I could be wrong. But this is the third book in that, so I have two copies. I'm collecting the Waterstones editions and the Illumicrate editions, not the Fairyloot editions anymore. So this buy was purely to make sure that I had all of the same editions. Because, but I have enjoyed the first book. I really enjoyed the first book. I think I gave it 4 stars if I remember correctly. I read it last year and I actually was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I enjoyed finding the ins and outs of the different characters. There's a lot of like backstories between all of them, which is really cool. It is a fully fleshed out book in my opinion, with thoughts, feelings, wants, needs, all those fun things. So I really enjoyed it, and I just for some reason haven't picked up the second book, but now I have all 3, so I have no excuse, but I will still find one for some reason. Then of course we have House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas. This is the third book in this trilogy. I was going to say trilogy, but I don't think it is a trilogy because there's 4 houses. This is a conversation I've seen online around. There are 4 houses listed within this book, which is House of Earth and Blood, House of Sky and Breath, House of Flame and Shadow, and then there's another one. But there was talk about this series being a trilogy, but you can't have 4 houses and not write books in all 4 of them, surely. But anyways, I have pre-ordered the third book in this series. I have actually read the first 2. I am up to date on this series, believe it or not, but I'm not sure if I'm going to read it as soon as I receive it. The out date? What is that? The release date is the 30th of January, and I come back from Barcelona on that day, so I'm not sure if I will have already received my copy or if it will come later. I've ordered it from Waterstones, not on first class post because I'm not rolling in money, so I'm not sure when that will arrive. Sometimes they ship them out early, sometimes they don't. But also I kind of want to have read the rest of the Sarah J Maas worlds, because there was a spoiler she posted which linked it to possibly another book, but that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil anyone else if they've missed it. But I don't know any of the characters that they listed really, so yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do, or I might just carry on and then go back and read other things. Who knows? I don't know. But I have got the audiobooks for books 1 and 2 from my library in my reservations, but they don't come until like February, so I don't know. That was a lot of blabber for I don't know when I'm going to read it. The next book is The Trials of Empire, which is the third book in the Richard Swan trilogy, which starts off with The Justice of Kings, which if you watch my channel you would have heard me raving about at the very end of 2023. It was my last 5-star book of the year. I loved this book. Absolutely adored it. If you can hear the bin men, I'm very sorry. But yeah, I absolutely adored it. I thought it was great. I loved the fact that our characters are, well, the whole story is told from a female perspective, literally following men, so I really enjoyed that. She did get a bit annoying at some points, but at the same time, I kind of got it because our main character, whose name currently escapes me because names are not my strong point, when we are following her, she gets bratty and all sorts of things, but it makes sense for the place that she's currently at. But I loved this book. It was such a good book, hence why I had to pre-order the third one. And I will hopefully just binge books 2 and 3, sorry, because I had to hold off reading book 2. I loved the first one so much. Then we have got Tempest of Tea. Sorry, so Trials of Empire comes out in February. So does Tempest of Tea. This one is like the 22nd of February. This one I've pre-ordered because of the cover, kind of, really. This is about a girl who runs like a crime ring, but from a tea shop, I think. Something like that. And there's vampires. And vampires seem to be the flavour of 2024. And I'm not mad about it because I'm not sure, but maybe vampires will be my thing in 2024. Who knows? I don't. So we're going to try Tempest of Tea and see how we get on with it. Then I've got Fatebreaker on this list, which is the third book in the Victoria Aveyard series, which I've read none of. But I wanted to get the exclusive editions to match. Yeah, I am that person. I am that person. I can't tell you anything about the series because I haven't even read book 1, but maybe I will. So we're just going to skip over that. Then we've got Empire of the Damned, J. Kristoff, obviously, book 2, Vampires again. Really enjoyed book 1. I have got the first book on my Audible, which is how I read it the first time, so I might reread that before I go into book 2. I'm not too sure, but I have ordered the Waterstones edition, and the Illumicrate edition is going on sale imminently, so I will be buying that too, hopefully. I'm excited. I really enjoyed the first book. Then in March, we've got The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson. For some reason, I thought this was coming out in January, but maybe the date changed. I don't know. But this is the 4th book from his secret project. I've read none of the others, but I got them all in hardback because I fell for the hype, if I'm honest. And apparently this is the most Cosmere heavy one, which should be interesting, seeing as I have read no Brandon Sanderson books in their entirety. But I have a few, so I don't know. Being a book collector and being a book reader, completely different hobbies, and I excel at one of them and not both of them. Then we've got One of Us is Back, which is the 3rd book in the One of Us is Lying series by Karen M. McManus. Pretty sure this is a trilogy, but it came out last year, but it came out in hardback, and I don't have hardbacks of any of her books, so why would I have a hardback of that one, especially because it's in a series. But I say that, but later on in this list I have got a hardback of hers on my list. But anyways, this one can't be a hardback because it needs to match, and I think I've also accidentally ordered 2 of this book, but we'll see on arrival what happens, because I'm not sure anymore. Then we've got the Last Murder at the End of the World, which is Stuart Turton, and I have to say I'm very excited about this. I read my first Stuart Turton years ago when I read, what is it called? I don't even know where I've put it. But I greatly loved it so much I forgot what it's bloody called. It's The Devil in the Dark Water, which is down here, which why I'm looking down here. But it's a thriller mystery for The Devil in the Dark Water, and the whole time I did not know who had done the crime that had happened, and it was just so well done. I have not read a thriller mystery since that is so well done. I found others that I enjoy, but not to that standard. And actually, it's been that long now, I could probably reread that and enjoy it again, because I don't know. I vaguely remember the ending, but not the middle bits. So yeah, I've got a lot of hope for The Last Murder at the End of the World, because I greatly enjoyed his writing. I do also have The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hugo also on my shelves. No, is it Evelyn Hardcastle? I always get those two muddled up. Whichever one it is about deaths, I've got that on my shelves that I also want to read, and I do have plans to read it later on in this year, so maybe I will also manage to read The Last Murder at the End of the World. But I'm excited for this book. I've got high hopes. Then we've got Alien Clay by Adrian Tachovsky. I have requested an ARC for this. I'm excited. It sounds good. I genuinely think 2024 might be the year of sci-fi for me. I don't know. I've received some amazing review copies from indie authors for sci-fis, and I just really want to read about spaceships and other worlds and dystopians, and I'm in that mood at the minute, which is saying something because none of the books that I'm reading currently at the moment are fitting that genre, but those are the ones I want to read at the minute. So I've got high hopes for that, and fingers crossed I get an arc for it. I'm very excited. It looks like such a good read. Then I've got the reappearance of Rachel Price, which is a Holly Jackson book, which this is the start of April. I loved The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, so she is now an author by author. I saw she was releasing a new book. I had to buy it. Yeah, that's how this works, if I'm completely honest. Sad but true, actually. And then we have got The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I think this is an adult book, and I have enjoyed the more recent Leigh Bardugo books that she has written. Shadow and Bone, not so much, but like Ninth House, I really enjoyed. That's probably it that I've read so far. I've got so many of her books on my shelves that I just haven't read yet, and I want to. Oh, and I loved Six of Crows as well, but that's not really an adult book. So The Familiar, I'm excited for. It looks more like Renaissance-y, so maybe there's a bit of historical fantasy in there, which I do enjoy as well. But I also just enjoy that medieval feeling where there's a lot less technology. I'm really on that hype at the minute. I don't know why. But this is also a hype buy because loads of people are like, oh, it's Leigh Bardugo. So I've pre-ordered that. This next one literally is because the arcs of this book are so pretty, and that is Dragon Rider by Taran Matharu. I don't know much about this at all, but the arcs are absolutely stunning. And the cover's pretty nice as well, to be fair, but just the arcs are like an actual dragon. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I love dragons, so when I saw a book that said Dragon Rider, I kind of had to buy it. If you are also sat there shaking your head at me, believe me, I know this feeling. I get it, but it's just how it is, you know? This is just how I am, and I'm happy, so let me be happy. Then in June, we have got Service Model by Adrian Tachovsky again. So this is I'm pretty sure the story is based off of a robot who realises they can kill their master, or they do kill their master, and then they try and then they escape and go on to do other things. I'm not too sure. Again, my descriptions are iffy, and that is not the point of this video. This video is just to say books that I'm excited for that are coming out, and when I get them in my hands, I will read the blurbs to you, and then you can understand what they are about. But until then, this is where we're at. So yeah, I've also requested an arc of that. It sounds really, really cool. Then in July, we've got the next Amari and the Night Brothers book. Literally, I've pre-ordered it, but there's no cover. There is no title. God knows. I haven't read the second one, but really enjoyed the first one. And I think if I continue to enjoy them, I might just pass them on to my sister, who is currently getting to the age of which she can read these books. So I think that would be good. The next book is literally just because why the heck not, and this is the book of Elsewhere. So Keanu Reeves is writing a book. He's writing a book with someone else. It's a sci-fi book. So I immediately clicked pre-order because that is what we do. And I love Keanu Reeves. I'll support Keanu Reeves. I don't know if the book's any good, but I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be an interesting one. Then the next one in August is Such Charming Liars, which is another Karen M. McManus book. This one is in hardback, which kind of breaks up my system. But anyways, this just sounds like another one of her very good mystery thriller books. I really like them because they're usually dark, but they're not like super dark because they're still YA books. And I just love the mystery elements in them. I like the whodunit theme. I really do. And Karen M. McManus does it very, very well. So I'm looking forward to giving that a try. And then the final one is October, and that is none other than Spectacular by Stephanie Garber, which is going to be I think it's a short story set in the Caraval world. So I had to buy it because I have the Caraval series. Had to buy it. Had to try it. It's going to be an interesting one. The signed editions sold out in 30 minutes. Like, that is mental. Because I don't even think the signed editions of her A Curse for True Love book sold out that fast. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But either way, I've pre-ordered. Those are the books that I've pre-ordered currently. Those are the books that I'm excited about for one reason or another. Most of them are cover buys. Most of them are hype buys. Or just like author buys, because that is just what I do, if I'm honest. But we shall see. We shall see how many of these I actually read in the year 2024. I'm really excited to see if any of the ones that I've pre-ordered actually end up on the Goodreads lists as well, because they all fall within the right time period. So if I could read these books and actually stay on track, then maybe I would actually have read at least one category, like a few of the books in the categories in the Goodreads Choice Awards, because that is a goal of mine. Not to read them after the fact, because that seems to be what happens, but yeah, so, you know. There you go. Those are all the books that I've pre-ordered so far. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really supports me and my channel. Leave me a comment down below of a book that you are anticipating this year. If you just want to leave me an emoji, leave me any of the money emojis, because this is where all of mine goes. And if you want to see more of me, please consider subscribing down below and ring that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload new videos. I try to upload every Monday and Thursday, so be sure to stick around for more bookish content from me. But otherwise, that is everything for today's video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.